Wish sold for $173 million in 2024. Sounds like a lot. It isn't. 4 years earlier, they were worth $14 billion. That's not a company struggling. That's a company that looked in the mirror, didn't like what it saw, and kept going anyway. The wild part? Nobody should be surprised. The ending was written into the business model from day one. Most people just didn't read it. Let's go back to where it started. Peter Szulczewski spent years at Google doing one thing exceptionally well, predicting what people want before they know they want it. In 2011, he took that skill and built Wish. No warehouse, no inventory, just a feed that never ends, pulling cheap products from Chinese manufacturers at prices that looked like a glitch. People went crazy for it. By 2017, #1 shopping app in America. Not top 10, not top 3, 1. Revenue hit $1.9 billion in 2019. December 2020, they rang the bell on Nasdaq. Peter Szulczewski had turned an algorithm into a $14 billion company. But here's what nobody asked loudly enough at that ceremony. What exactly are we celebrating? Because Wish was never really a store, it was a toll booth. Merchants paid to list their products, then paid again through a feature called Product Boost to get pushed higher in the feed. That feature alone pulled in $200 million in 2020. Wish collected the money, stepped aside, and let whatever happened next happen. The prices worked because of a postal agreement that made shipping tiny packages from China to the US almost free. A product could leave a factory in Shenzhen and land in a mailbox in Ohio for almost nothing. Wish never saw the product, never touched it, never vouched for it. They built a business specifically designed to profit from every transaction while being responsible for none of them. This is the exact same move MoviePass made. Collect the money, ignore the structural rot underneath, keep the metrics climbing. The logic is identical, the ending rhymes. So here's the problem with building a toll booth. You don't control what drives through it. Counterfeit electronics, fake designer goods, children's toys that failed every safety test, supplements with ingredients nobody listed, products that looked like the photo the way a crayon drawing looks like a photograph. The reviews said all of this, on Wish's own platform, publicly, for years. Wish's response was essentially, not our problem, which worked until it didn't. In 2021, France pulled Wish off every app store in the country. Their consumer watchdog tested the products. 95% failed basic safety standards. Not a rounding error, 95%. The EU followed with laws making platforms directly liable for what their merchants sold. Suddenly, Wish's entire business model, profitable invisibility, became a legal liability. The toll boost model only works when nobody checks what's in the trucks. To their credit, Wish tried to fix it. Quality programs, merchant bans, new refund policies. They rebranded a campaign called Wish Yeah that was so disconnected from the actual problem it almost feels like satire in hindsight. Here's the issue with reputation repair in e-commerce. It only works on people who haven't decided yet. The people who already left? Gone. You don't get a second chance to be the app that sent someone a broken watch 6 weeks late. And while Wish was busy trying to win back people who weren't listening, Temu launched. September 2022, backed by a Chinese conglomerate worth $170 billion. Same supply chain as Wish, same price point, faster shipping, better quality controls, and a marketing budget that ended with 2 Super Bowl ads within 5 months of launching. Wish had pioneered the entire category. Temu walked in, learned from every mistake Wish had made, and executed it better. That's not bad luck. That's what happens when you ignore your product for long enough. After that, it was just math. 2023 revenue, $278 million, down from $1.9 billion. Net loss that year, $317 million. Monthly active users, 12 million, down 89%. February 2024, sold to Q10 for $173 million. The original parent company still technically exists. By late 2024, 8 employees. 8. A $14 billion company, the most downloaded shopping app in the world. 8 people left in the building. Wish didn't fail because they had a bad idea. They failed because they treated quality as someone else's problem. Until the quarters ran out. If you want to see a company that made the exact opposite mistake, cared deeply about the product, users genuinely loved it, and still collapsed, that video is on your screen right now.